Have you ever imagined a letter written without words, yet powerful enough to change hearts? This story hides a great moral you'll discover right at the end. In the dustiest corner of an abandoned library lived Tilo, a small envelope made of recycled paper, with feather wings and a drawn-on smile. Tilo wasn't just any envelope. Inside there was no ink or letters, but fragments of emotions it gathered from the air. He loved to hide among forgotten books, absorbing their stories, waiting for someone in need of a special message. One day, a girl with yellow boots and a sad gaze came into the library. She wasn't looking for books, only silence to hide her loneliness. Her name was Nara, and though she was only 7, she carried absences heavier than her torn backpack and faded thread scarf. Tilo felt her sadness like a cold whisper. He leapt from a shelf and glided to her feet, tickling her knee. "An envelope," said Nara, picking him up. He had no address or sender, yet something in him sparkled as if waiting for her. She opened it gently. Inside, there was only a blank piece of paper. But as she touched it, warmth filled her chest. In that moment, a memory surfaced. Her grandmother's hug in the rain, the smell of hot soup, her mother's laughter. She didn't understand how, but that empty letter spoke more than 1,000 words. It felt as if someone knew exactly what her heart needed. That night, Nara returned to the same corner. Tilo was still there, waiting. This time, she brought a dried flower and placed it inside. For days, Nara filled Tilo with little gifts: a drawing, a shiny pebble, a blue feather, a note with her name. But one morning, when she returned to the library, Tilo was gone. He had vanished the way magical things do, without a sound or sign. Nara searched everywhere. She asked the wind, the books, the hallway shadows. Nothing. Tilo was gone. What Nara didn't know was that Tilo had a mission: to fly wherever urgent comfort was needed, a hug without hands. Hundreds of miles away, in a gray house, lived Brio, a boy who had forgotten how to cry and only spoke in muted whispers. Brio didn't know kindness. His world was made of broken clocks and shut windows, until a strange envelope tapped on his door. He found it among dry leaves, with a flower inside, a shaky drawing, and a note that said, "I'm here, even if you don't see me." When he touched it, Brio felt a gentle pressure in his chest, like his heart was remembering something buried long ago. For days, Brio carried Tilo in his pocket. He began writing without words: a seed, a tuft of his cat's fur, a blue button. But one afternoon, after school, Tilo was gone. Brio didn't cry, but for the first time, he smiled. And so, Tilo flew from heart to heart, saying nothing yet saying everything. Every letter he left was an unseen caress. Until one day, Tilo felt something different. A tremble in his left wing, a breeze that wasn't wind, but destiny. He flew without knowing where, through storms and sunlight, until he softly landed inside a yellow-booted girl's backpack. Nara found him between her notebooks. Inside, she saw her flower, her drawing, but also a blue button, a feather, and a note. "Thank you." Then she understood. Tilo wasn't only hers. He belonged to all who had ever felt an emptiness in their chest and didn't know how to fill it. That night, Nara didn't cry. She just wrote a new letter with a drawn heart, a paper star, and a stitched-on smile. She left it on a park bench, open to the world, in case someone else needed a caress without hands and without sound. Since then, it's said there are envelopes like Tilo in every city, hidden where sadness weighs heavy and love can still save. Moral: sometimes a small invisible gesture can fill spaces bigger than words. See you very soon with more magical stories that will take you to incredible worlds.